Right, the gloves are off, guys. Ow. It's a cold one here in Scotland today, but I hope you're alright no matter where you are in the world. This morning it was sleeting, it's drizzling at the minute. I'm at the wet weather spot where it's usually a bit drier, and it's not. I normally wouldn't ride in this kind of conditions. It's really cold, it's wet, it's slippery, but sod it, I've had enough. Enough is enough. I need to ride my bike. I haven't ridden the street for ages, so I'm gonna see what I can do today. I'm gonna start here at the wet weather spot, try and ride some of these blocks, and then head elsewhere. But oh my word, it is a grey, cold day today in Glasgow. Let's see what I can do. Now, the only times you'll ever see me wearing gloves is when it's either really, really hot and I'm getting sweaty hands, or if it's really, really cold and my hands are freezing, I can't feel them. Well, at the minute, I cannot feel my hands, so let's see if these will help. And also, if you're wondering, nothing has changed on the bike since the last riding video. It's exactly the same, even got the same mud on it from riding the woods. So yeah, nothing to report there, which makes a change. That'd always be first try. Definitely a fine line between grip and just sliding out. That's it. Come on. Right, the gloves are off, guys. I'm suitably warmed up. Let's get this. Right, well, that's something in the bag. Let's see if we can improve it. Not quite what I had in mind, but no hops. What do you think? Is that cool? That's one of those tricks that, that seems like a fun idea. I'll give that a try. I've not done much skid stuff before. Man, that was hard. I actually got it, but then wanted to get it better, but then I just got worse and worse and worse, so I'll have to accept the one that I got, but man, I would have liked to have got that a little cleaner. I think the difficulty was, when I do the skid, I've got to have my weight forward to obviously get less grip on the rear tyre, but when it comes to doing a pivot, I need to be preloaded with my weight over the back wheel. So at some point during the skid, I've got to start transferring my weight backwards, and as soon as I start doing that, that's when the tyre starts to grip, and that fixes your takeoff point. So it was really hard to just get that fine-tune right of getting your weight back just at the right point, and then be set up for the up to front. So yeah, that was difficult, probably more difficult than you expect, or certainly more difficult than I expected. Now this is a really fun move that I showed on my Instagram recently, just jumping straight from both wheels up to rear wheel. It's one of those moves that's like a real power move, and it's just really satisfying to do. I love doing it. So I'm going to try and just jump straight from this position up to back wheel on that, no hops, nice and smooth. Oh, I've got hops over here. It wasn't meant to be this hard. That was a little song, by the way, called It Wasn't Meant to Be This Hard. Oh, come on. Oh. Today's video is brought to you by Squidgy ODI grips. Ooh. I do like that. That was the one. And that is slippery.
Well, going from this position up to back wheel, not that hard. Took me a couple of tries to get it with no hops, but in the scheme of things, not too difficult. But I've been wondering, can I jump from this position straight up to front wheel? Now, going up to back wheel, you can just forget what your front wheel's doing. It's just kind of going over there somewhere. But to go up to front wheel, I have to make sure I don't miss it and I don't go too far. I don't know. It just seems more complicated, so I'm going to try it. Try not to fall on my face and, yeah, never know, might even land it. This may well be possible. I have to commit my weight so far forward. The more you commit your weight, I think the more likely it is to miss the edge. But, I don't know, we'll see. That's what I mean about missing it. You have to be quick with your feet. Nah, I've lost it. Right, that's 1-0 for me up to back wheel, but 1-0 to the block for up to front wheel. You win some, you lose some. I'm going to try a line here. I was trying it the other day and it ended up driving me mad, so fingers crossed I can actually land it today. But yeah, it was a lot drier last time I tried it and a lot grippier. But we'll see. So I want to do a bump to side up, no hops, land here and then do like a 270 back wheel spin, all with no hops, and ideally with as little setup time as possible.
I can do better, come on.
I am an absolute glutton for these second angles. There's part of me that would love to get that just a little bit nicer, but the bigger part of me is like, no way, take that. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that.
Just found a car park I've not really seen before. It's actually got a potential wall ride behind me there. Looks really cool, but it's actually way too soft. I don't know whether it's new soil or anything, or if it's just wet, but yeah, that's like riding in sand. So maybe in summer, when it's a bit drier, that'd be actually a really cool wall ride to do. But while I'm in this car park, it's actually such a nice gentle slope, I feel like sending a few fakie nose manuals and just fakie manuals. So my ideal situation with a fakie nose roll is you have an obvious start, like you start on a curb and you finish on a curb. I don't necessarily like doing them just from nothing to nothing, but in this case I'll make an exception. There isn't an obvious start. I would like to get down to that curb, but here's the catch. I'm rubbish at fakie nose rolls. I can do them over a short distance, but as soon as that distance gets a bit bigger, I really struggle to control the front brake. I'm much better going forwards on the front wheel than I am backwards, but we'll give it a try. If I can get halfway, I'll be happy. I am not expecting to get all the way down to the curb, but you know, I'm gonna try. You never know. Yep. I am so bad at fakie nose rolls. Well, that was halfway. Wasn't pretty. I'm all over the place with these. And people want a tutorial on these. They want me to teach you how to do these. I need someone to teach me how to do these. Better. I'm much better at controlling these by moving my body weight than I am with touching the brake. I think that maybe that's my issue. I used to be able to do nose manuals without a front brake, and to do those you have to control it with your body weight rather than the front brake. Going backwards on the front wheel, I either need to choose my front brake to control it or my body weight, whereas at the minute I'm trying a bit of both and it's making me really sketchy. I'm not doing any more of those because they just annoy me so much. I mean, this should be one of the harder ones, but I don't know. Backwards manuals, I find actually not so bad. Come on. Where's that curb? Where's that curb? I suck at fakie nose manuals. I just don't understand them. I just don't get how people can get so locked in every time and just stay there. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Those along with foot jam whips, no, I just don't enjoy doing them. Not satisfying at all. If I got better at them, maybe they would be satisfying, but I just don't want to try them. I just don't want to do them. Fakie manuals. Now, I really like fakie manuals. I find those extremely satisfying and I really like doing them. And it probably shows because I managed to do that whole distance first try, so I'm actually really pleased with that. I didn't know what to do once my back wheel got on a curb, but at least it touched it, so it counts. But yeah, people have asked me to do tutorials on fakie nose manuals. To be honest with you, I don't think I'm the right man for it. I'm not scared to admit when, yeah, I can't do a trick all that well, and that's one of them I can't do well. Anyway, enough talking, let's move on somewhere else. I haven't done many manual 180 stuff lately. Seems like a pretty good thing to try on. I'm not very good at these, but I can try my best. I forgot how hard these are. Now if that was a video part, if I was doing a big edit, no way would I take that. But I'm afraid time restrictions, bad weather and a massive blister on my hand, that's enough to make me accept that awful, awful hop. That was disgusting. Ugh. Ow. Oh, I got a blister right where I'm holding the bars. I'm obviously not riding my bike enough. Should have probably worn gloves, but it is what it is. There's nothing better than to end a video on an absolute banger. So yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to finish on that manual. It's a horrible 180. But at the same time, it's always good to leave people wanting more. And hopefully this video's done that. Man, yeah, I definitely would have liked to have got more riding, but I just tried to do a little bit more, and even with gloves on, this blister is just agony. So yeah, I need to let this heal. So this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's actually quite good fun to come out in the wet. Normally I'm such a wimp, and as soon as it's just a little bit damp, yeah, I just stay at home. But you know what, I'm actually missing out on a lot of riding by doing that. The bike is feeling absolutely tip-top, feels really nice. The tyres have surprised me. They're actually pretty good on the street. They roll really nicely, they're really grippy and really bouncy as well, so I feel like I've got quite a lot of spring riding this bike. Now I think they would be better if the knobbles were a little bit smaller profile. Certainly when I was doing this manual around the corner, I could feel them folding a little bit. It's a little bit odd, but for the most part they actually feel really, really nice. I'll be doing more polls on my Patreon page to ask you guys what you want for future tutorials, so if you want to be part of that, then consider joining my Patreon. You also get slightly longer videos released earlier, so yeah, consider joining that. If you want to support me elsewhere, then consider buying some merch from Clarkson.com, or I do accept PayPal donations. All of these things will be linked down below, and honestly they actually really do help keep this channel alive, so any help is appreciated. But anyway, hope you guys have an amazing week. I will try my best to get something out next week again, and until then, have a great one. See you later everyone. Bye bye. So thanks for joining me everyone. I'm actually stoked I managed to get a riding video out this week. Huge thanks to all my Patreons here. We've got lots of names. Thanks so much to every one of these guys. We've got Dan Misak, Devon, Radu Steven, we've got Florin Frunza, we've got Squirrels Adventures, that's a cool name, TJ Howard, Joe Craft, Vacrus, Kevin Timmins, and yeah, thanks so much to everyone for joining and watching this video.